Expected lines, what we've been discussing and flagging off on ET now from the morning, that looks like Noel Tata is now the chairman of Tata Trust. Again, these are source-based information. We've not got official confirmation, but it looks like Noel Tata now takes over as the chairman of Tata Trust. So what are we looking at? We are looking at, again, source-based, that Mr. Mistry, and confidant of Tata, a good old friend of Ratan Tata, he will now be actively involved in the day-to-day functioning of the trust. Noel Tata takes over as the chairman, but he will also continue in his other executive responsibilities, whether it is Trent, Titan and other Tata companies. Then you got N. Chandra, who is chairman of Tata Sons, who in a sense will take care of all the business decisions. So it's a perfect, what should I say, a trio, so to speak, where the legacy of the Tata group, which has been run by the funds, run by the trust, that's been taken care of. The continuity in terms of a Tata taking over the trust looks like that also has been done, and Molly and Mr. Mistry coming over as a confidant of Ratan Tata to really engage into the most important cause of the Tata group, which is the giveaway back to the society. That will also continue. Shailesh Haribhakti joined us when we had this source-based story, but looks like we are closing to the confirmation. And we still have got no press release, Mr. Haribhakti, but I am sure you must have picked up. You must have picked up the Chinese whispers. Are we going in the right direction?
Confirmation has come through. He is appointed as chairman of the Tata Trusts.
Great. I was waiting for that endorsement from you, and I knew that you would have that news for us. So can I remove sources from the screen?
Yes, you must say he is already chairman.
Okay. So
it has just happened.
Pretty much
my congratulations to him. I'm so proud, so happy, very, very pleased to see the Tata Group in great hands, both the trusts as well as Tata Sons. So,
have you ever had a chance of meeting Noel Tata personally? Have you ever met him?
Of course. I served on a board with him, and I have personal experience of the fantastic way in which he conducts himself. He's such a wonderful human being, very, very open, very much a consensus builder, a person who actually makes sure that everybody's voice gets heard. He's just an exceptional human being.
It also gives me great pleasure to now bring on board Mr. R. Gopalakrishnan, former ED of Tata Sons. I've interacted with him on several forums, but I'm talking to him, or we are talking to him really after a long gap now. How are you, sir? Long time?
The person who was talking just now?
This is Nikunj from the studio. Nikunj Dalmi.
No. You were interviewing somebody just now.
Shailesh Haribhakti. He's on the other side. I'm making a lot of friends meet today.
My name is Gopal Tata Bhakti.
I'm actually making
Hari Bhakti and Tata Bhakti together.
I am making a lot of friends meet today. Mr. Sohail Seth was also there on the panel. He also said hello to Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti. So, I'm doing my job of making old friends meet together.
That's right.
Boloji, how can I be of any help?
No, we are just, taking this point forward that the Tata legacy continues. Noel Tata now becomes the chairman of the Tata Trust. Looks like, Mr. Mistry will be responsible for day-to-day activity of the trust, and N. Chandra will be the chairman of Tata Sons, who will take the business decisions. So can I say that, Mr. Gopalakrishnan, the legacy of the Tata Group continues?
No, I don't know all this, but since you say so, if it is true, then that's fine. They've got a way forward, which is a very good development.
So Gopalakrishnan, looks like we've got a confirmation, and looks like that is what the structure is going to be. If this is going to be the structure, what to your mind will change for Tata Group, and what to your mind, Mr. Gopalakrishnan, will not change for the Tata Group?
No, nothing will change. I mean, they're already working that way. And instead of Ratan Tata, it is now Noel Tata. Now, Noel Tata, how he runs the trust and so on, we'll find out in due course. I don't want to speculate, but he's a very accomplished individual, as a good human being, he's a good executive. As a Punjabi would say, Har ki chayda.
Wonderful. Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti, you've met Ratan Tata, you know Noel Tata personally, you're on the same board as he was on. What are the similarities between Ratan Tata and Noel Tata, and what are the differences? Shailesh Haribhakti.
Well, they are both exceptional human beings, great leaders, have led the Tata Group to its glory, its global image, its global reputation. Both have run companies in such an exceptional manner. I think it is fantastic the way Trent has got into the index, into the Nifty, and I think all wonderful things will happen because uh, the entire way in which this selection has happened, the succession has happened smoothly, will augur so well for both the Tata Group and for India. I'm deeply pleased by this.
Right. Mr. Gopalakrishnan, are you still there, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, just for the benefit of our viewers, then a simple question, if I may just request you to perhaps share with our viewers, what role Tata Trust have played in the overall functioning of Tata Sons, and what is the importance of this trust?
With due respect, this is an unnecessary question because until the other day, the same person was chairman of both. So nobody understood which hat he's wearing and what he's doing. Now they have been separated. And I think it's a very good thing that the Tata Trust on spending the money, Tata Sons can focus on earning the money. Just like the balance sheet should be with debit side and the credit side. The person who's earning the money can focus on earning, and the person who's charged to spend the money sensibly can focus on that. So I think it's all in the right direction. I can't say absolutely anything more. And luckily, I'm not in service. But if I was in service, I would have endorsed this decision totally. Okay. I have nothing else to say. I'm sorry, this is boring from a journalistic point of view, but it's very sensible from a business point of view.
Posting what we perhaps we want to hear, and the way you've explained it on a business channel, and have a CA on the other side, Sailesh Haribhakti, he will also like to say the same thing, right, Mr. Haribhakti? Spending side and the earning side, that's beautiful.
Just beautifully put. Gopal has a way with words that nobody can match.
All right. Anil Singhvi joins us now, founder and chairman of iCan Investment Advisors. Anil Singhvi, good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Afternoon. Yes, Nikunj.
Let me get your first reaction. What changes? What does not change? What remains consistent? And where do you think there is scope of change now that we've got a new chairman of Tata, for Tata Trust now?
I would put it this way that Noel was waiting in wings for a very long time. He's a very competent, very. I think what makes me very pleased with this that there I durust hai. This decision should have been taken long ago, but nevertheless, it's the right time now as well to be there and getting into shoes. And according to me, since it has happened just a day after, that means it was a very thought through process. So it's not like last 24 hours they sat and decided. It was a thought through process at the right time, the right place. And I think that has happened without having any disputes, any other situations, bickerings. I think he's the most competent man. His heart is in place, which is what you need for the trust and the chair of the trust, chairman of the trust. So I think everything is falling in place. Now it's I think more important for Tata Sons to really deliver the value to those two trusts. They are doing so good job that more money should flow in from Tata Sons to Tata Trust, and this is what I would like to believe that Noel would be spending a lot of time to see that Tata Sons is run in the best manner possible to get the benefit out of it for the trust.
Mr. Singhvi, so what changes for the shareholders of Tata Sons, and what potentially could change for shareholders of other Tata group of companies? Can you just explain that to our viewers, Mr. Singhvi?
I think this has been going on for some time. Of course, Tata Sons then chose to become a private company. Perhaps at some point in time, not allowing share transfers and all that. I think those nuances have to be seen. They have to be seen with the prism of that. There are listed companies; they have their own implications. But at the end of the day, Tata Sons being such a large company and being one of the very I don't think there is any parallel anywhere in the globe that you have such a large company and which is also primarily owned by the trust. So I think this economic, this bandwidth between the two, which is resultant to both economics and at the end of the day, money to be utilized for a larger cause. I think there is no parallel globally, and they have to really now see that Tata Sons really serves the purpose for which it was set up as a holdco for companies, and it should be a listed and traded company.
Let me explain now what's happened. Now, why are we staying with this? Why is this breaking news? Tata Sons, which is the holding company of all Tata companies, whether it is TCS, whether it is Trent, whether it is Tata Motors, Tata Sons really owns or has incubated these businesses. The holding of Tata Sons is owned by trusts, a web of trusts where own more than 65%. Ratan Tata was the chairman of these trusts, and before he retired and before he became the chairman emeritus of Tata Sons, he was also chairman of Tata Sons. But now there is a change, which is that Noel Tata will become the chairman of Tata Trusts. Chandra will continue as the chairman of Tata Sons to take responsibility of the executive decisions. But we are also understanding the personality and Noel Tata as a businessman. He's incubated some fantastic businesses, and the most prominent one is Trent, which Sailesh Vai just spoke about, that it was perhaps India's first retail company, and now it's part of the Nifty 50. And my guest on the show today, the next guest on the show today, is someone who's interacted with Noel Tata personally, has known him personally, has been a big investor in Trent from about 25 years now, and I can vouch for it because I'm interacting with Mr. Karmarkar for over 25 years now. So, Mr. Karmarkar, you know Noel Tata personally. Tell us more about him.
Yes, I do.
Tell us more about him.
Well, absolutely an unassuming person, but at the same time having an excellent acumen for business, especially consumer-driven businesses. And he has done extremely well for Trent, and I think he's there on the board of most of the other Tata consumer group companies, and I think he is a good choice, excellent choice. I mean, who am I? I am too small, but he is an excellent choice for becoming the chairman of the trust, because my interactions very clearly have when I've indicated that whether Tata Sons and the businesses are always different, and each business has ultimately to sort of get its approval from Tata Sons, and then only the expansion or whatever the business plans go forward. So Tatas have created an excellent structure as well there, and I think as you know that Sound of Music song, which when Mr. Ratan Tata came and he started focusing on the engineering part and the manufacturing part of the business, and now with Mr. Noel Tata becoming the chair of the Tata Trust, we have consumer businesses in India doing well. So as they say, somewhere in my youth, I must have done something good. So yes, Tatas have done a lot of good across, and that is the reason why they're getting such excellent people to lead.
Mr. Karmarkar, now Noel Tata has, like you said, has led the consumer businesses of Tata.
Yes.
He's actively involved in Indian Hotels, is what we understand, and other Tata group of companies. I think he's also on the board of Titan. So can one assume that there could be a subtle shift towards Tata's taking their brand bigger and perhaps much more global?
So yes, I do think so. That is possible, because they definitely, I believe, as a conglomerate, they have huge opportunities globally also, and especially in the consumer-centric brands as well. In auto and other things, they have auto, steel, they have already done that. And it's possible that they will do it in consumer-centric businesses also, wherever there is an opportunity.
Okay, Anil Singhvi, please come back. Mr. Singhvi, can you hear me? There was a bit of a disturbance in the video and the audio line. Okay. Mr. Singhvi, you are a private and a public market investor. I'm sure you also have exposure to Tata Group of companies. This news, how does that change the way you would approach Tata Group of stocks? Mr. Singhvi?
I don't think, Nikunj, this will change anything. I think just
Why are you smiling, sir? Why are you smiling?
No. I think people are putting in that. Mr. Noel Tata has just come as a chairperson of the Tata Trust. Yes, to presume that he only knows the consumer business and he doesn't know anything else is I think, being very, very poor commentary on Mr. Noel Tata's abilities and competencies on that. People often forget that Mr. Ratan Tata started with a company called Nalco, which is no more in existence on that. So I think everyone has its own day in life, and then people evolve. I think all companies in Tata Group are doing well. And I'm sure, as a trustee of the both the trusts, which own almost about 60 odd percent in Tata Sons, his job is to really see what best we can do in Tata Sons in terms of both profitability, of course, which is the economic interest, but more importantly, the Tata Sons should also become a huge legacy for the entire Tata clan. So I think to that extent, I feel that Mr. Noel Tata is a very good choice, because Mr. Ratan Tata, like, he was there for almost about 4 or 5 decades. I'm sure at 67, Noel also has a long runway to see that the legacy of the Tata Group continues in the manner in which it has been in past. And I think they are one above board in terms of their corporate governance, in terms of honesty and fair play to the consumer on that. So to that extent, I think Mr. Noel Tata is a very good choice, and he will see to it that this kind of legacy and this kind of tradition is continued.
Remind our viewers, and for those who don't know, they started Tata Steel, India's first steel plant, first hotel company, first IT company. They run India's largest cancer hospitals. They have the highest give back to the society in terms of the total charitable work which has been done by any corporate or by any charitable organization. That is the legacy of Tata's, which is growth with a purpose, innovation at the center, do good for the society, incubate new businesses, and pivot old businesses so that they become future ready. So, Mr. Haribhakti, I may sound slightly repetitive with this one, but again, the perfect example, what Mr. Gopal Krishnan told us, is that what we are discussing today is the fact that Noel Tata takes over as the chairman of Tata Trust. The job or the fiduciary responsibility of Tata Trust is to ensure that the Tata legacy is being taken care of and that is being taken forward. So Tata Sons is the credit, Tata Trust is the debit. Is that the sum and summary of what today's essence of the news is?
No, I think both are extremely creditworthy, and both are performing very distinct and different roles. And the good thing is that both have extraordinary leaders to lead the trust. And therefore, I feel that all the activities of the Tata Group will receive a fillip. Let us not forget that Noel is also the chairperson of Trent. He is on the board of Titan. He's on various other Tata Group company boards, including Tata International. So I think it's not such a black and white choice. It's that everything that is happening in the Tata Group will get a fillip, will get better position, and the reputation of the group will keep growing globally and in India.
Closing comments from Mr. Ranina. I think he's there with us. Mr. Ranina, good afternoon. Are you there?
Good afternoon, Mikuni.
Okay. Sir, it's exactly in line with what we were discussing about half an hour ago. But now it's official,
Correct.
so I'll seek your comments.
Well, this was on expected lines. As I told you, everything will be done unanimously. There'll be no conflict. The groundwork has already been laid. Noel Tata will take over the Tata Trust and make sure that things go according to the vision of Ratan Tata. And of course, if you have people like Melanie Mistry to look after the day-to-day affairs of the trust, nothing better than that. The Tata Group will grow from strength to strength. All the consumer businesses, all the other major businesses will grow with a man. Tata Sons Limited. I think the best is yet to come for the Tata Group of companies, and it will benefit all the shareholders and stakeholders.
Yet to come, the legacy continues. It's been a smooth transition, and I think it is also more than smooth transition. It was a planned transition, something which, if it's been incorporated in less than 48 hours of Ratan Tata's demise, it means that Mr. Tata, the boards and the senior member of the trust, they really thought through it, that how the transition would move. So gentlemen, thank you all for joining us on this very special show. And it's official now. Shailesh Haribhakti has already confirmed it to us. We are staying with the story. We're staying with the story. Okay, we're staying with the story. Nirmal Kumar is ready. Let's connect with him. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me get your first reaction to the news. It looks like it's been smooth, is what we understand. Unanimously, Noel Tata has been appointed as the chairman of Tata Trust. So what changes, according to you, for Tata Group, Tata Sons, and for Tata shareholders?
Okay, so really this appointing of Noel Tata is pretty much a non-decision because it was an obvious choice. There was really no other competition for this, which was either managerially as competent as Noel Tata or ethically in line with the Tata Group values as much as Noel Tata. So this is an obvious decision. It has been done. I don't expect there to be any major changes, right? All the shareholders and all the stakeholders can rest easy because they know somebody who's deeply in the ethos of the Tata Group, somebody who's very, very competent managerially in running the Tata Group company, as he has demonstrated with the retail operations, which he has managed so wonderfully over the last couple of decades. I think this is going to be absolutely a smooth transition. One could not hope for anything better. I would say that in my own reading, I find Noel Tata to be a vastly superior manager to Ratan Tata even. So I think in some sense the group's performance should improve because Noel Tata is very financially savvy in terms of making sure that the company he runs makes a return which is adequate to the cost of capital. So if anything, I would expect a very smooth transition, no major hiccups, no changes, no reason for anybody to get excited. And I would expect that over the next year, 2-3 years, the performance of the Tata Group will improve with Noel's guidance.
But they say change is inevitable. What do you think would be the big change? Now, given that, Mr. Noel Tata has headed businesses like Trent, Titan, consumer businesses of Tata Group, could that pivot happen?
Listen, there will be no changes in the near term. Any changes that come will be more long term because Noel is a very, very financially and managerially astute manager. So he knows that, with such a big ship, you don't try to change anything immediately. Secondly, he has to give Chandra enough comfort and room to maneuver because after all, he is the Tata Trust chairman. He's not the chairman of Tata Sons. And Tata Sons is an independent entity of which Tata Trust is only one of many shareholders. So you have to maintain, it's not like he's the boss of Chandra, right? Chandra has to be given enough room to maneuver and manage Tata Sons. And Noel has to be a counsel, an elder counsel to Chandra, making sure that the Tata Trust give input which is consistent with what they would like, but also consistent with the entire group's strategy as well as looking after the minority shareholders. So I don't see, that he's going to come in tomorrow morning and start, saying we are making all these changes because firstly, it's not his job. He is only one shareholder in the Tata Sons Group. He's not even, so there are another 33% of shareholders of Tata Group, including one by himself. He is personally also a shareholder in the Tata Sons. So you have to understand that this will be a matter of continuity, making sure that giving enough comfort to Chandra to understand that, Chandra, you are still running Tata Sons. I'm a major shareholder. So you have to take into account my views. You have to listen to me and you have to keep me informed. But I'm not the person running Tata Sons. That is fundamentally what Noel Tata, I think, understands instinctively that, he is running Tata Trust as he is the major shareholder of Tata Sons, but he's not running Tata Sons. Tata Sons is run by Chandra.
All right, Mr. Kumar, really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. We're going to just take a quick break. Thank Mr. Karmarkar, thank Mr. Renina, thank Mr. Kumar. Breaking news. It is unexpected lines, what we've been talking about it and what we've been reporting on ET now in terms of who would be the next chairman of Tata Trust. And looks like it is going to be Noel Tata.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.